Hello, this is my unit plan, and I made this unit plan in conjunction with my project-based learning class that I was also taking along with my tech integration class. So I'm really kind of proud of it. I learned a lot making it. Something I kept thinking about is there's this great quote by J.R. Tolkien where he says, "The tale grew in the telling." And that's definitely how I felt when I was making this. Every time I added something, I was like, well, wait, now I'm going to need this, and now I'm going to need this. And in any case, I think it really came together nicely. So the URL is growingtechnology.weebly.com, and that's where everything is housed here. Some of my goals with this project were I wanted basically everything to be paper free, and I also, something that fascinated me with game based learning was immediate and ongoing feedback. So I tried to build that element into basically everything that I was doing. This is a gardening project, so it was hard to come up with ways to have immediate feedback because, with a garden, it takes weeks before you realize if something worked or not. So I tried to build that in other ways. So here we go. So the students start on the project proposal page. And here I've got two videos. And the first video is kind of how I tried to build in some universal design. This is basically just a project overview that's a voiceover with simple written directions. It kind of summarizes the information that's over here, but cuts it down to just the basics of what they really need to know. And then over here is an annotated video that I created that explains what these vegetables are. I teach one of the reasons I wanted to do a gardening project is because I teach on a Native American reservation, and it's what we would call like a food desert. There's one grocery store, and a lot of the kids live in rural areas and don't have a lot of access to that grocery store. And so I wanted them to learn a way that they could grow their own food, basically. And so, tomatoes, they're going to know about, but jalapenos might be new for them. Cilantro will definitely be new for them. Even garlic might be something that's new for them. So that's why I made this annotated video to kind of introduce the different vegetables. So this kind of explains what they're supposed to be doing in the project. Day one. So the basic premise of the project is that the group is going to be split into two. The class will be split into two teams, and one team will be investigating container gardening, and the other team will be investigating straw bale gardening. So on this day one, they're going to be reading some articles and then watching this video. And then when they go to their organizational document, that's just a Google Doc that explains what they're supposed to be doing. They're going to have micro teams that takes care of certain vegetables, and then list their materials, discuss potential challenges, etc. All right, and then the same thing for the straw bale garden. Day two also has two videos. This again is some universal design. It's just a simple video with the directions written and a voiceover explaining it. And then here's the written directions. And then what they're doing on this day two is they're making kind of a strategic action plan. So I put an example strategic action plan here, and then a video here explaining how strategic action planning works. So this kind of is a way to build in some collaboration and teamwork together. I also have a class blog, and the kids would be responsible for updating the class blog with pictures. Every time that they get together and work on something, I want a couple sentences about what they worked on, and maybe a picture or two of something that they've done, or some measurements, or something important from that day. Underneath this More tab, we've got a page called Navigating Challenges, which is when they're going to learn about how does a seed grow. And within that, they're going to be discussing how seeds grow using reciprocal teaching techniques, which is found here in this group discussion, which is a Google Doc that explains what they're supposed to be talking about to guide the discussion. And then there's a video here that explains reciprocal teaching and their group roles. Reciprocal teaching is It's a discussion technique that we use in language arts, but I use it in math and science. And any time that you need a group discussion, I think it's a good way to form your groups. There's also a companion planting game. This was another game-based learning that I did. I had this vision in my mind of like a Sudoku game where they were trying to design a garden and follow certain rules about designing it, certain parameters. So I couldn't find one anywhere, and I do not know at all how to design computer games. So I put the directions for the game here, and it's going to have to be a paper pencil game. Um, so anyway, you can read about that. And then they have a record keeping page, and the record keeping page is here, and it's another Google Doc that has all of the vegetables: tomato, onion, cilantro, bell peppers, garlic, and jalapeno. And they're given directions to keep track of anything that they do with their plant. If they put water in it, if they move it by the sunlight, if they do anything like that, they need to keep track. And then the reflection page. And in the reflection page, there is there's each micro team within the teams has a different reflection that they need to do, that they need to complete. I'm trying to think of if I forgot to mention anything. Nope. I think that kind of covers everything. So anyway, that's my project, and I hope that you enjoy it.